Hello, today we're going to talk about the cell cycle. So, a cell cycle is made up of three main parts, G1, S, and G2. G1 stands for grow, S stands for synthesis, and G2 also stands for grow. So, during G1, the cell will grow in size and perform its usual functions. However, a cell like a nerve cell or muscle cell can enter a phase called G0 and does not continue to make more cells. So G0 is known as the resting phase. All other somatic cells proceed to S phase, where the cell replicates DNA so that there are two copies of each chromosome. So S phase is DNA synthesis or doubling of the DNA. Then finally, G2 phase, the cell prepares for mitosis. It grows a little bit more and gets into mitosis. So in mitosis, there are four main phases. Mitosis is a cell division or division of cells. So in mitosis, there's prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So during prophase, the nucleus will disappear. So nucleus is going to disappear. In metaphase over here, the chromosomes, they will line up in the middle. So they're getting ready to be in the middle to be split later. Then afterwards, anaphase is when sister chromatids separate. Now they are separating to each of the sides. In telophase, the nucleus reforms, and then the cytoplasm begins to pinch, and you are turning one cell into two cells. And finally, the cell divides. All right, after mitosis is completed, cytokinesis occurs. This is when cytoplasm splits in two to form two distinct identical cells. So after telophase, you have this phase called cytokinesis. So in a cell, there are checkpoints. In between the phases of mitosis are checkpoints. At each checkpoint, the cell checks the genetic material, and the cell sees if it's okay before it proceeds to the next phase. When a cell does not do a good job at checking itself, when it stops following directions, cancer might result. Cancer is caused by the disruption of cell cycle in which cells reproduce too fast. So when you see uncontrolled cell growth, this is cancer and can lead to tumors. All right, now let's talk about mitosis versus meiosis. The process of mitosis forms two identical daughter cells, each with the same genetic information and chromosomes as the parent cell. Mitosis is associated with one parent or asexual reproduction and is very similar to binary fission in bacteria. So mitosis, you start off with one cell. If you have 46 chromosomes, you end up with two cells, each with the identical amount, 46 chromosomes. So mitosis turns one cell into two cells, and they are both the same. It only affects body cells. The opposite is meiosis. Meiosis forms four gametes or sex cells, each with half the amount of genetic information as a parent cell. Each gamete produced by meiosis is different from the parent cell because crossing over can occur. Meiosis is associated with sexual reproduction. So one cell will split, eventually leading to four cells. Each of the cells, instead of having 46, will have half the amount of chromosomes, or 23 chromosomes. They will be haploid. So meiosis is for sexual reproduction. Think about the E stands for sex. There's also crossing over, which can lead to more genetic variation. All right, now we are here at the top 10, so I'm going to pause the video here. Your teacher will go over the top 10 with you. Study these for your quiz.